Welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. I'm Tripp Johnson, CEO of Green Health. Today we're going to talk about how our company is approaching our obligation to the planet. Part of our triple bottom line approach, just to review, is looking at how we're impacting our people, the planet, and how we're appropriately using our profits. Today we're going to focus on the planet. So we're certainly not a company that was founded to really think about green initiatives. We're not a solar energy company. We are very mission driven, but we haven't considered until recently what it meant to be a good steward of the environment. So the first thing we're doing is looking at how we can become a more green company. For us, the first step of that is to establish a baseline. We need to understand how much energy and water we're using. What are our waste management practices and what are our recycling practices? So we've established a working group to address these issues. They've met a few times over the past month, and we're starting to actually measure, what is going out of our offices, what are going out of our apartments. We really need to understand the impact that we're having on the environment before we can make any recommendations. We're also looking at things like how we can order less on Amazon. How can we, source more things locally? Again, we've got a long way to go here, but I'm excited to at least get a baseline for it. Another component of how we're affecting the planet is how we're involved in our local community. We're really looking at how we can be engaged civically, everything from being on volunteer boards and positions within the local Raleigh community. Our executive director, Nick, is a member of the Raleigh Substance Use Disorder Committee. We want to make sure that we're using our expertise for the benefit of the entire community, whether that's helping with policy recommendations or just volunteering, which is kind of our second piece, the charitable giving and service. We're looking at which organizations locally we're going to partner with because we believe that as a for-profit healthcare company, we need to be intimately involved in our local community. So we're looking at organizations that have a similar vision of ours. Maybe they're serving a different demographic and maybe we have certain resources that we can leverage to help their organization. So there are a few local nonprofits that we're working with, and then that kind of flows into this idea of a network of leaders. So one of the things I think we can really give back to the community is to really help other leaders understand the importance of community service, of engaging with their local community, not just being focused on their business. So one of the things for me that's really important is how do we make these ideas, this triple bottom line approach, more of the norm? This shouldn't be a new concept to anyone, in my opinion, in healthcare. Everyone in the healthcare space got into this field because they want to make the world a better place. They want to have a good impact, and we need to make sure that that starts from the top. Corporate responsibility. So one of the things I would challenge you with is, what are you doing to help your local community? What are you doing for the planet? And please feel free to give me a lot of feedback. You'll find links below the video. I'd love to hear what you're doing because I'm certainly not an expert on this and we just want to do it right. So thanks for tuning in for our Whiteboard Wednesday focused on the planet. We'll see you next week.